Alright, this is another video of images I've created with my number 8 circuit. What I'm going to do is show three waterfalls. This first one is Rifle Falls, Colorado, number 1, 2003. And one interesting thing about this is if you see any photographs of the Rifle Falls online, typically people stand pretty far back in order to get all three falls. I was able to get in pretty close because I'm using a rotating camera. However, when you're that close, the mist from the falls was, quite a bit. And as the camera turned, water settled on the lens, causing this effect on the end here, which is like a fog or a haze, but it's not too bad. So I included it in the image. I decided to include it, but obviously this is a slow the exposure. It was in the winter. Wasn't a lot of light, so I probably had like 2-second exposure or something of that nature. I'm going to put it on pause for a second and show you another waterfall. Now this one is Whitewater Canyon number 1, 1999. And Whitewater Canyon is in New Mexico, and it's near Silver City, also kind of close to the little town of Mogollon. And there's a canyon there, the Whitewater Canyon, with a catwalk in the canyon. And it's a steel walkway, basically attached to the side of the canyon. It's quite narrow, but it's got a guardrail. And I used a number 8, of course, and this is obviously in the winter. You can see the ice. Anyway, the number 8, which is you can carry the entire camera on your back. You could not get number 10 back here. There's just no way. The catwalk is, about 18 inches wide or so. But anyway, again, a long exposure. And one thing I want to mention about the work I do is most panoramic photographers, when they have a chance to do something other than group portraits, tend to go for the giant scene. And I think a good example of that is the work Eugene Omar Goldbeck did. He called them scenic photographs. He did a lot of them. He loved travel. He went all around the world, and he would take his Cirkut camera. But what he would photograph is things like the pyramids of Egypt, the Great Wall of China, the Soviet Red Square, Panama Canal, Paris skyline, and even got on top of the Space Needle in Seattle and photographed that from there anyway. And so he was always looking at it from the giant scene. And most panoramic photographers do that. They get the big city scene, oceanfront, Grand Canyon, etc. And what I do is go into small, quiet places like these canyons and hardware stores, machine shops, schoolyards, groves of trees, and that's the type of work I do. So it's not the typical big grand scheme, the scene that people are used to seeing. There really aren't too many places you can see examples of panoramic photography. One place you can try to find is on Sights Roundshot's website. They have a section called Gallery, but their website is so convoluted that in order to find it is practically impossible. But if you can find it, it's on there. It has at least 100 images in there of various photographers, and they all follow, I think, that same general theme, which is the giant scene. I'm going to do one more waterfall, and I'm going to put it on pause here. All right, here we are. This is Falls and Creek near Granville, Vermont, 2004. And this one is a little similar to one I did earlier that I showed on one of my videos, which is Cedar Falls in Hocking Hills. But this is, the falls are not quite as pronounced. Now, my internet is not the greatest, and sometimes it takes a few seconds for it to sharpen it up uh, once I load up one of these images. Now, this is another scene similar, like I said, Cedar Falls, where the stream curved. Once I saw it, I said, oh, I know that'll work pretty well. It curved towards the camera. And what I'm going to show you is a couple things in here that I like. And one of them is this. The water wasn't turbulent, but it still softened it. It makes it, I kind of like this. It looked good. Right here, it's, and of course, the fact that it's a contact print, the background is really good and sharp. Well, I think that's about it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.